Well, after being hit or miss with its first three movies, the Cinderella Story franchise managed to redeem itself with this one. Let's talk about A Cinderella Story If the Shoe Fits. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as the Big D, so I'm going to be bringing to you another review in the Cinderella Story franchise. Now, if you've not seen my reviews for the first three movies, click on the card to go to my new playlist and see those, or see them again if you'd like. Give you a few more seconds. That'll do it. Okay, so now let's get into A Cinderella Story If the Shoe Fits, released in 2016. Now, this would be done by Warner Home Video before they became Warner Bros. Home Entertainment, since Warner Premiere had just gotten folded into the Warner Home Video thing now. The film was directed by Michelle Johnston, starring Sofia Carson, who recently played Evie in Disney's Descendants the previous year, and then would return as that character in the next year's Descendants 2, along with Thomas Law and Jennifer Tilly as the main stepmother. This, of course, is the fourth installment. It was released digitally on August 2nd, 2016, and then got released on physical media on DVD 2 weeks later. A few months, now let's see, 3 months later, it would make its premiere on Freeform, and 2 months later, a Disney Channel premiere followed, which would be the first time a Cinderella Story movie had ever gotten shown on Disney Channel, at least I think. But anyway, let's get into the story. Our main character is Tessa. She's a mechanic who has been left in the care of her evil stepmother, Divine, and stepsisters Athena and Olympia, following her father's death. Tessa accompanies her stepsisters as their assistant to a competitive audition for a Cinderella musical being held at a luxurious hotel. On first day of the auditions, the director, Freddie Marks, introduces the leading male star of the musical, Reed West, with whom Tessa immediately becomes smitten with. Freddie adds that the auditions will be open to all, and whoever is cast in the female leading role will be signed to a recording contract on the final day of the show. Tessa befriends Georgie, a makeup artist for the show, and helps two stagehands fix up a motorcycle that will be used in the show. Reed comes across her work and mistakes Tessa for a man. During lunch, Tessa witnesses the hotel staff members performing, and when encouraged to show off her own skills, she realizes she wants to audition for the show. However, Tessa's staff family forbids her to audition, so Georgie offers to help. So Georgie gives Tessa a full makeover and she assumes a fake identity for the audition. Tessa's audition goes well and she impresses both Reed and Freddie with her singing. During the dance audition, Tessa's stepfamily barges into the theater to try to catch who the mysterious new competitor is. Tessa manages to escape but leaves her dance shoe behind. She tells Georgie that while she wants to do the show, she is too afraid to go against her stepfamily. The next day, Reed announces that he has found his Cinderella. He holds up the dance shoe that Tessa left behind and announces that whoever can turn in the matching shoe by midnight will win the part. Divine demands that Tessa recreate a copy of the shoe so either one of her daughters can win the part. Tessa is then summoned back to the stage to help the crew fix the motorbike, and she runs into Reed. The two bond, and she confides in him about the death of her father. Reed encourages Tessa to follow her dreams, and a romantic moment is interrupted when Reed gets a call from Harper Halston, his female co-star. Nearing midnight, Tessa ponders what to do if her father was alive, and she goes to Reed and Freddie to turn in her other dance shoe. She is given the lead role and she assumes the stage name Bella Snow. Tessa makes excuses to her sad family why she is suddenly so busy and secretly attends rehearsals in her Bella Snow disguise. Tessa's romantic attraction to Reed increases as they work together, but Freddie tells Tessa that Reed is already engaged to Harper. Disappointed, Tessa begins distancing herself from Reed for the rest of rehearsals. Much to his confusion, Athena and Olympia overhear Tessa complain to Georgie about the stresses of her dual identities and discover her secret. Yep. All right, now to the final act. In the ending, you know the procedure. You have 5 seconds to stop. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, continue on. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. On the day of the musical's premiere, Athena and Olympia send a note to Tessa pretending to be from Georgie, asking Tessa to meet her in a closed off section of the hotel. They lock her in a room and head to the stage in an attempt to take the lead role for themselves. Reed tries to ask Georgie about Bella, and Georgie tells Reed not to lead Bella romantically, and Frey told her about his engagement. Meanwhile, Tessa escapes the room via the air vent and rushes to the stage in time for the musical performance. As the musical begins, chaos erupts due to Tessa's step family trying to take the lead role for themselves. Reed uses an opportunity to go off stage and confront Freddie about meddling in his love life. As they argue, Tessa arrives in time to overhear Reed announce that he and Harper aren't engaged and they're just friends, and he has fallen in love with someone else. Tessa finally appears on stage, but without her Bella disguise, thus revealing her true identity to everyone, including Reed. Reed apologizes to her for the misunderstanding and convinces her to finish the performance with him. Tessa accepts, and with the show back on track, it was well received by the audiences. Yeah, the audience there. Yep. Freddie apologizes to Reed for his actions, and he's forgiven as well. Tessa receives her record contract, and Divine attempts to convince Tessa to rejoin the family. But as you can imagine, Tessa rebuffs her. And the film ends with Reed and Tessa riding off together into the sunset on the motorcycles she fixed. End of story. So, what did I think of a Cinderella story if the shoe fits? Well, despite it was the only film in the franchise I had never seen, I'd seen the first three and the fifth one, which was Christmas Wish, but not this one. But more recently, last month, if you've seen my ranking of films that I saw for the month of June 2021, not so long ago, you'll know that this was one of the movies I watched. I believe it was my sixth pick of first time watches. After I watched it, I was impressed with it. Now this was a better movie, and it was a little bit of a redemption over the previous ones. Not that I didn't hate them or anything. They just could have just used just a little spin polish. But this one, however, has a definite good fun factor. And of course, we have Sofia Carson playing the roles of Tessa and Bella. Thomas Law plays Reed. Playing Athena is Amy Louise Wilson. And Jazera Jaslin as Olympia. And finally, we have Jennifer Tilly as Divine. Yes, definitely a good performance. I think she definitely would probably rank as my favorite evil stepmother from this franchise. But that could change, though. And we got so many others. It's just so incredible. I really think it's good. Warner Bros. Water Tower Music subsidiary released the soundtrack, which of course Carson and Law and a few others have contributed songs to it. So that was good too. They weren't too bad. But even after a first time watch, I can't really say much about the music, but even so, I think A Cinderella Story, if the shoe fits, is definitely one of the top winners of this here franchise. I mean, it did pretty well with the viewers. It did more well with Disney Channel than it did with Freeform. Anyway, Jake Monaco's score for this wasn't too bad, but anyway, I gotta give credit to the cast. The story was pretty good when it being, well, kind of doing a little bit to, well, hard to say, but to have someone win the part for a Cinderella musical in this here story, that just took the cake. And I thought that was much more cooler. So, with that said, would I recommend the Cinderella Story if the shoe fits? I'd say yes, give it a try. But just to be on the safe side, if you weren't too thrilled with the first three, I'd give it a one-time watch. And if you're not satisfied, like always, then don't bother with it again. But I think you'll love this one more than the first three. And I did, and I think it's definitely worth it. I mean, Sofia Carson really shined in this. Very impressive. So, what are your thoughts on Cinderella Story if the shoe fits? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of A Cinderella Story Christmas Wish. I know Christmas isn't till December, but you know that some people like to do Christmas in July, and well, I did it last year with Noel. I figured maybe I'll do it again this year with this one. So stay tuned for my review of A Cinderella Story Christmas Wish, which is that's an even more good movie. So anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other movies. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of The Princess Diaries. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Disney's Descendants. And the bottom left-hand corner is my review of Disney's Descendants 2. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.